Hi, boys and girls. I have a new Robert Munch story here called The Boy in the Drawer. Oh, look, he's awfully tiny, so he probably could fit in a drawer. Hmm. When Shelley went into her room, there were socks on the floor, socks on the bed, socks on the dresser, socks on the wall, and socks everywhere. Yikes, said Shelley. What a mess! Do you think she did that? Let's see. And from out of the sock drawer, somebody yelled, "Be quiet!" So Shelley crawled across the floor and very carefully looked into the drawer. A small boy was sitting there reading a book. He fit in her sock drawer. Uh-oh. Shelley ran downstairs and said, "Mommy, Mommy, there's a boy in my sock drawer." "Tell him to go home," said her mother. "And there are socks all over my room." "Clean them up," said her mother. But, clean them up," said the mother. So Shelley went back upstairs and looked in the drawer. The boy was gone. She cleaned up the whole room and went downstairs for lunch. When Shelley went back upstairs, there was a large bump in the middle of the bed. She pulled back the covers, and there was the boy watering a tomato plant. Uh-oh, in her bed. Shelley ran downstairs and said, "Mommy, Mommy, my bed is a mess." "Clean it up," said the mother. But, clean it up," said the mother. When Shelley went back upstairs, the boy was gone. She cleaned up the whole mess by herself. Uh-oh. Shelley went downstairs and read a book. The room started to get dark. Shelley looked around and saw a big bump behind the drape. She very quietly crawled over to the drape and yanked it up. There was the boy. He was painting the window black. Uh-oh. That's going to be a problem, huh? "Go away," said Shelley. The boy grew 5 centimeters. "Beat it," said Shelley. The boy grew 5 more centimeters. Shelley took a paintbrush and painted the boy's ear black. He grew 5 more centimeters. "Help!" yelled Shelley, and she ran off to find her mother and father. They weren't in the basement and they weren't upstairs. They were in the kitchen. So was a lot of water. Oh no. It was all coming out of the bread box. It's all over the floor. Oh dear. Shelley walked very quietly to the bread box and yanked it open. There was the boy. He was taking a bath. He said, "Please go away. You're bothering me." Shelley had an idea. She turned the hot water all the way off and she turned the cold water all the way on. When the cold water hit the boy, he jumped up, grew 50 centimeters, and sat in the middle of the kitchen table. The father and the mother both said, "Shelley, tell your friend to go home." So Shelley said, "Beat it." The boy grew 10 centimeters. Shelley decided to try something different. Very carefully, she walked over and patted the boy. Right away, he got a little smaller. Then her father went to the table and gave the boy a little hug. He got very small. Then her mother gave the boy a kiss, and he disappeared entirely. "And who will clean up the kitchen?" said the mother. "And who will clean up the kitchen?" said the father. "And who will clean up the kitchen?" said Shelley. And the mother gave Shelley a hug, and the father gave Shelley a hug. And she cleaned up the whole mess with no trouble at all. The end.